presumably the best preserved castle, in part perhaps because it's open so little. You can see that in the long past this has all been terraced. And I noticed that on some of the other mountains that I'd passed, or hillsides, that they had faint looks of terracing, which I think has been foregone now, probably in deference to better, more productive farming on the flats for some reason. Actually, Peugeot. Actually, as I work my way back down this hill road, I realized that the cemetery is actually cascades down this hill, probably on terraces built for those olive trees. There are 3 large olive pressed stones and a smaller one. The accent is on press, as opposed to the Chinese, which is grind. The game progresses nicely until somebody inadvertently kicks it over the side of the cliff on the right, and then somebody has to run down and get it, and then Ronaldo, who is apparently the field superstar, gets annoyed at whoever did that, since he perhaps never does. He is quite good, relatively speaking, for all that I know. Ironically, it was Ronaldo who let the last ball go over the cliff, but nothing was said. There's some family cows being brought down.
I love very much.
It's interesting to look at this roof and compare it to the ones I saw in China, all of which seem to be the same in China. Don't know how they are here. Although that's a different ridge up there if you look. I mean an edge piece rather. Than what we have right here. Look a little bit to the side of it. Yeah, you can see how these edge pieces, if not all of these tiles, and it looks like they're designed to, in theory, interlock, but they don't. Somewhat to the side they interlock. But it looks like they do interlock, come to think of it. You can see right there. This is the maintenance woman, apparently, or at least the woman who does grounds work here. And that's her donkey that carries her supplies. The doors have been opened, and finally I'm gaining access. We have a trek here up to the top. Those men ahead of us are the keepers of the gate. A little bit of semblance to the Great Wall. Here would have been another Guarded entry post, I imagine. Maybe this narrow pathway was the original route, with drainage along the sides, perhaps. Time was finished off, so probably a checkpoint of some sort. These steps seem original here. Some of it isn't, though. I see lots of cement, actually. Some pretty landscaping up towards the top, but it's a steep climb. Either water or oil kegs. Old phonograph. Who knows what these holes on either side were for. Hello. And we keep going up past some more oil press stones. This is an interesting feature. My bet is that it's some kind of a cistern. But then what would this be? Just maybe the base of a tower. And that over there. A little view looking back to Tirana. And you can see the faint line of the route that I took up the mountain on the hike. Big pots for either oil, I don't think it was oil, or more likely grain stored here. Whether that's an original cannon and one of these are the ports or not, I don't know. Here we're looking down on the little town. Soccer field there to the left. Those houses that are being built. You can see that there's more of the cemetery at the bottom of its design there in the middle. I'll just pan around this countryside. Very pretty but rugged area. And the rest of the pan view at the back. Some kind of hawk. Or a sifter, perhaps. Sure, this is much of it is reconstructed walls, as well as this building at large. Every nook and cranny has been used for restaurant space. Doesn't appear to be any charge to get in.